Hello everyone, JRR here, and we are going to go over a couple things that, well, it's over two things, but we're going to go over this tracer butt thing. I went ahead and put the picture up there to show you the difference between the old pose and new pose, the comparison, if you will. Now, keep in mind, the old pose is closer to a few of the Street Fighter characters. Cammy White, Akuma, Evil Ryu, things like that. The traditional back to camera, head tilted, well, head turned to face it. Alright, this picture here is showing the other character, the one that isn't up for debate, who's doing the exact same pose. Yeah, Widowmaker is her name. But remember, because she's already sexualized, it doesn't matter if she does this pose. Just keep this in mind. This is important later. So I couldn't find a better picture for Evil Ryu, but yeah, that's him. And Akuma's is pretty much the same way. And I know what you're thinking. Well, that has nothing to do with the pose that we saw a moment ago. Yeah, because they don't use weapons. But I'll use that as part of the debate later. No. But that's fine. That's alright. I want y'all to take a look at all that. I want y'all to process this for just a minute. Just a little bit. We good? Okay, here's one more picture. Yeah, Batman. Same pose. With a weapon, in fact. So, we're just going to let you process this for just a minute. This is a pose men and women both take. Pretty straightforward, right? Well, no. The community seems to have thrown a little hissy fit, and currently, I'm having an interesting debate on Twitter as of 4/6/2016 with a more popular YouTuber. Well, Air is a more popular YouTuber than me, but my point being is I don't argue with people. I debate. And you can see this going through the whole chain of tweets if you wish. But you'll see that I do not insult people. I do not bring anything outside of the argument into the argument. Unlike my opponent and her constituents. Well, not constituents. Fan base. Well, some of her fans. The extremists. That can be said about anybody in any debate ever. Nevertheless, we will press on. What I am putting up now is where the pose for Tracer came from. What's that? It's a pinup? Yeah. I was told to read the post, and let me go ahead and cover that shit right now. At the beginning of this alleged debate, and I say alleged because, again, once you step out of the debate and lose facts, and lose the ability to use any type of facts, you, in essence, lose the argument. But that's a theory that was held out. I can't remember what the name of it is, but there's a theory behind that kind of logic. But I'm a moderator. I like hearing both sides. So when the victory pose was first shown, and you notice I leave the pinup one out. I'm just leaving that up for a minute. When I saw it for the first time, it was not even in the traditional outfit. No, not even the traditional outfit was used. Sorry, it wasn't. Someone brought up the one where she looks like she's trying to wear Spider-Man underwear. It's not because the underwear is red, it's because she's wearing underwear armor outside of the suit. You know. Okay, like Superman, not Spider-Man. My bad. I'm getting my frickin' things mixed up again. Which happens a lot. But whatever. Like I said, I debate with facts. And the fact that nobody thought I read the post, and they just assumed I was swinging wildly, it let me in on something. It let me in on they misunderstand the situation, so I need to step back and let them rant. Let them go. See where they're coming from. Because any good debater will try to hear the other side and see what exactly they are trying to go on about. The original debate came up when I said, I don't know about you guys, but I can still see that ass. It still shows off her ass. I'm sorry. That happens in comics. When females are flying, 90% of the time, when they want you to know it's a girl flying, they make sure that one leg is hiked up, just like the pose. I initially thought of Storm. Rogue, mostly Rogue because outfit type. Jean Grey, whenever one of the ladies in the X-Men are flying, that's the original pose that they have in comics. It just is. In fact, there's even a spin-off of that in WoW when you hover. Yeah. A little bit surprising, isn't it, that I even am aware of that. At least for the Blood Elves. The Blood Elf girls, use a priest and have them levitate. And look at the pose they take. That is based off of a comic pose. Surprise, same thing like Tracer. Not a problem. The pose thing isn't a problem for me. The way I see it, it's still that ass. After this whole comic leg up posture thing, I've noticed that people were sitting there screaming and happy and all sorts of, yay, this pose is so much more her. Yeah, because accenting the leg and the ass is a lot better than just accenting the ass. But, this is where the argument starts. It was never about that ass. It never was. According to the person who was at the time debating, it was never about that ass, and I should go and read the post. Which kind of threw me for a loop, because I was like, well, it's obviously not about that pose, because this is a traditional pose. Standing tall is a traditional pose. Standing tall with a bat, like I just showed, Batman. He did it. Cammy did it. Evil Ryu did it. Akuma did it. A lot of people do that pose. It's a basic pose. I didn't see a problem with the basic pose in the first place. And the next part was it didn't fit her character. Because, again, this is what everyone's running with because that was in the post. Now, I've noticed that they sit there and they harp on this part. It doesn't fit their character. It doesn't fit the character. And then, for some reason, Cammy keeps bringing in mine. Now, I don't know if you watched the Street Fighter animated movie or if there's a rework on Cammy at all, but Cammy was brainwashed by Bison and she was an assassin. Yes, an assassin in that getup. You know what assassins usually are, right? Killers. Kind of like what the post said, that Tracer was an elite killer. That process, it's in the post. Sorry, it is. But here's the thing. Yeah, again, I, quote, didn't read it. Here's the problem I had with that. They read the first part, and it's like they omitted the whole second half of that. They just up and chucked it out the window. The whole Tracer debate came from Blizzard's reaction to it. The whole, oh, we had something waiting in the wings. You know, the whole blowing smoke to try to buy time. And like I showed just a little bit ago with Tracer's little posture, they got it from pinup. They literally took all the complaints, and knowing that no one paid attention to the complaint part, they put those together to make the perfect pose to troll everybody, and it worked. Them trolling, everyone said that was the greatest pose ever for Tracer. It fit her perfectly. I didn't know that at the time. I mean, it's great trolling. I'm sorry, it's perfect. Because part of this post, is what people want to omit from the mind. Part of the post says, and I quote from the post that I keep getting told I should go read. Third paragraph from the bottom of said post. Let me make sure that's the right one. Yep, there it is. Plain as day. And now a dramatic reading from JRR. Getting art into a AAA game isn't a small task. It has to go through an implementer, a team lead, an art director, and a creative director. This is a team effort, and I believe the team is responsible for upholding the great example Overwatch can set to the rest of the industry for creating strong female characters. Now, for the paragraph that's right above that one, like I said, this is one of those compliment, criticize, compliment sandwiches. That was part of the whole thing for the ending compliment part. The whole I understand. The paragraph above that is the following. We aren't looking at a Widowmaker pose here, contrary to what I just showed at the beginning of this. This isn't a character who is, in part, defined by flaunting her sexuality. This pose says to the player base, oh, we've got all these cool, diverse characters, but at any moment, we are willing to reduce them to sex symbols to help boost our investment game. Yeah, let's run that through one more time, and I'll speak normal. We aren't looking at a Widowmaker pose here. This isn't a character who is, in part, defined by flaunting her sexuality. This pose says to the player base, oh, we've got all these cool diverse characters, but at any moment, we are willing to reduce them to sex symbols to help boost our investment game. This is what triggered, well, I can't even say triggered, this is what sped off the initial assault against Blizzard changing the pose. That is her complaint, or his complaint, I'm not sure which. That is their actual complaint, right here. Because everything else is a compliment, all the way down to there. Everything else is a compliment. This is so much compliment padding. And yes, I agree with most of the compliments. It is a very well done game. However, they made sure to sneak that little criticism in there to keep the sandwich full of bread. But they made sure to slip that criticism in there, and no one looked at the criticism. Not a one. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone looked at the paragraph above it. Well, let's look at the paragraph above it. Let's see that one paragraph above that. What? What about this pose has anything to do with the character you're building in Tracer? Again, I saw Cammy in that stance, but whatever. It's not fun. It's not silly. Well, good thing she wasn't smiling or anything. It has nothing to do with being a fast elite killer. Fast elite killer. It has nothing to do with being a fast elite killer. It has nothing to do with being a fast elite killer. You notice I keep repeating it because that's the post. Remember, when I debate, I use your weapons on you. It says fast elite killer. 5 paragraphs up from the bottom. Fast elite killer. That's not her job. That's not her job. That's not her job. But that's what it says here. That's not her job. And Katarina's a goddamn tank in League of Legends. No, that's not how that works. That's not her job. But guess what? It's not fun. It's not silly. It has nothing to do with being a fast elite killer. It just reduces Tracer to another bland female sex symbol. And there's the war. There, ladies and gentlemen, is the war. It didn't say anything about Widowmaker. It didn't say anything about any other female characters. No. It pointed out Tracer specifically. So Tracer's stand like Cammy pose broke the game. Nope, can't play the game anymore. Because her pose. She's standing straight up and hiking her hip to a side. She's pulling a Cammy White. Nope, we're done here. We can't play the game anymore. Sorry, can't do it. White girl with an ass, can't do it. Nope. And then, of course, the other part that really got my goat. I have a young daughter that every day when I wake up wants to watch the Recall trailer again. She knows who Tracer is, and as she grows up, she can grow alongside these characters. Oh my lord. Okay, this is part of the reason why people had a little bitch fit about Deadpool being rated anything other than R. I want my kids to see Deadpool for PG-13 and all that. I want to see my kids see Blade because PG-13. I want to see stuff like that. I want to see Batman PG-13. See, here's the thing. Not everything is for everybody. It's not. I'm sorry. It really isn't. I mean, it isn't. I know for some... Hold on. Let me see what the rating. Maybe the rating is G and I'm just misreading it. No, the rating says T. T for teen. Blood, violence, use of tobacco. Ooh, Blizzard. Just a word of advice. You have to be careful for this. Because, now, if I was a third wave feminazi bitch fit of everything over analyzing, if I was one of those people, I could have had your ass. I'm not meaning that as a bad thing. I'm saying I could have had your ass. Because, you see, women's asses, by default, Blizzard, are considered sexual. Showing off Widowmaker's cleavage is considered sexual. I would highly advise for your sake, before legal gets into it, to add that in there. Sexual themes and or contents. Because by people throwing a fit about that ass, and it's not here as a warning, I'm pretty sure you have it on like the actual game box. And I'm pretty positive you have that covered because you're not an idiotic company. It's just right here on the site, people can easily throw a fit. Now I can easily click learn more, and I'm pretty sure it'll pop up here. But the whole fact remains that it's not immediately found. It's not immediately seen. So people can throw a hissy fit and try to have your ass for that. Try to put your balls in the vice. Try to put your tits on the bricks. See, I'm equal opportunity, unlike you assholes. So, let's go back to the point I'm making. According to the original post, which I was told I never read, apparently, I need to read the post before I make a comment about something. I did read the post. Jackasses. I did. And yes, I am saying jackasses because you assumed. I didn't assume. I knew. I pulled the Jackie Chan logic from Rush Hour on y'all. You presumed, and you assumed, that I did not read the post. So I let you assume, until I felt it was necessary to tell you that you are wrong. And simply by doing this, I permitted you to hold your little high horse and high standards. I went ahead and let you do that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with y'all being high and mighty because, you know, celebrities and YouTube celebrities are never wrong. Anti-vaxxers, what's up? Never wrong. I know the president is never wrong either. No president ever at any point in time has ever done anything wrong or bad. Because reasons. Yeah. But that's my style of debate. I let you presume and assume things about me. Now, the reason why I've gone over all of this is because this is how the debate went down. I point out that Tracer, her new pose still shows off that ass. I was then informed by my opponent, no, it's not about that ass. So I told her, well, it can't be about the pose because, and I listed reasons on why the pose is neutral. And as I've shown you at the beginning of this clip, the pose is neutral. Sorry, it is. Batman used it, Cammy used it. Neutral. But then she comes back with, no, it is because of the pose. The pose doesn't fit the character. Again, Cammy, what the hell? Cammy's an actual fast elite killer. She's not a pilot, she's actually a fast elite killer. Yeah, because I see pilots all the time trying to hike her leg up, and yeah, okay, whatever. Logic. But, again, I get told, you need to read the post, you need to read the post. Why would I read something I've already read like 3 times? Whatever. So I went ahead and brought in MundaneMatt. Because I figured maybe I'm just not seeing something. Maybe she's saying something, it's just not clicking. Maybe it's a YouTube language that I don't know because I'm not popular enough and I didn't get the handbook for having over 20,000 subscribers. Maybe there's a handbook on that. I don't know. I don't get those kind of things because I'm an asshole. I'm the kind of asshole that says I didn't give a fuck that Brian Griffin died. I don't care. I'm one of those people that actually breaks things down by logic and facts. Sorry, it's what I do. Anyway, I brought in MundaneMatt so he can take a look, and he pretty much said the same thing. He's like, I don't see what was wrong with the original pose. Because, again, people forget about Cammy White. It's a white girl with an ass. Forget about her. Armika, she had a problem with her ass. Forget about her. But Laura can go ahead and show off her tits. No problem. Game on. See, hypocrisy just pisses me off. And, of course, her fan base starts coming in, like liking her stats, going, yeah, he needs to read and things like that. And I point out, at this point, I let things add up and I go, I did read. In fact, because I know y'all don't, because y'all assume, I already know y'all assume, and because I know you guys assume, I can presume, with logical reasoning, that you're not going to look at my posts. So I was able to get my post out there where I broke down the original post, where the original fight came from. I broke that down. I showed them. I'm like, this is where I'm coming from. I see this, and I see this. And all these are problems. That's where I'm coming from with it. MundaneMatt was coming from a different angle. Pretty close to the same angle, but again, there's a difference between 45 degrees and 47 degrees. Trust me, when it comes to guns, that's a thing. Anyway, the point being, even though I've brought that up, people kept saying, oh, you need to read. I did. Y'all presumed I didn't read. In fact, y'all need to read further down. Like I said, Cammy White didn't even look like she was having fun taking that pose. She's just an angry little girl. Okey-dokey, spooky. So, of course, the debate keeps going. And at some point, I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone triggered her on a direct message. I don't know. Because I know it can't be about me. Because if it is about me, she pretty much showed how much she assumed if it is about me. Which I seriously doubt it's about me. So I'm going to presume, for the sake of reputations, I'm going to presume it wasn't about me. I'm going to presume someone DM'd her something stupid on a high level with no facts at all, and she snapped on them. I'm going to presume that. I have to presume that, because if she was talking about me, she made assumptions and was way off. In fact, anyone who knows my channel knows I have a video called Sam of the South. Sam of the South is my daughter. People know that in some of my rants, there's a little blonde-haired boy running around in the background. That's my son. There's been a couple times where there was a woman who tried to make sure she was out of frame. She didn't want to be in frame because she does not like being on camera. She doesn't even like being on camera with her friends. And that's my wife. But again, people presume. And they assume. And then they go off these assumptions. They assume I didn't read. They assume I don't have a family. They assume that I only play with myself. Which is very strange that all these assumptions come up, yet it has nothing to do with the point. Meanwhile, on the other end, that's if it was about me. If it's not about me, then I'm going to presume that she's targeting someone else. So, either way, she could be clear. But I'm going to presume that she's targeting someone else on that fact. Because again, if you looked at my page and looked through my tweets, I actually tried to step out of this a couple of times. I was more worried about this Aurelian Soul Jungle thing. I'm trying to figure out how that actually works, because I don't see mages go jungle all the time, but whatever. So I even said, hey, in my tweet, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's stupid. I've already put my facts out. And people want to go, oh, you need to keep reading. You need to read the post. You need to read the post. You need to read the post. Okay. I'll break down a part of the post that obviously y'all didn't read. And so I did. I know, kind of a dick move, but fuck it. Here comes the problem. It may not be her fault that her fans started going ballistic and stupid. Not all her fans are stupid. Some people just want to be liked by their idol. For those of you who know me, you see my comments on stuff like Buckley's things. I can't work with the guy. We're both assholes. The world will implode. I have no love for celebrities. I have none. Sorry. What if a celebrity comes to you and he wants to shake your hand? Fine, I'll shake their hand and say I like you and whatever you did. If I know him. If I don't know him, I don't care. I have no problem with that. That's just my mentality. I see people as people. Even if they are cult, brainwashed motherfuckers coming at me. Now see, here's the thing. When I debate, I don't target people and I don't call them names. I don't insult them. Here, I'm just venting. So yes, I'm going to say motherfucker. Enough is enough with all these motherfucking subscribers talking about this motherfucking post, about this motherfucking ass, about this motherfucking pose, about this motherfucking girl who happens to be motherfucking white, be motherfucking yellow jumpsuit, like April motherfucking O'Neil. Motherfucker. The whole point is, I don't care about her little pose. I care about the hypocrisy of it all. You can't tell me it's not about that ass and then come back around and say, oh, it's about the pose. It's not of character. I'm pretty sure you would have changed Cammy White's posture too if you could. Her win pose, y'all would have changed that. I know y'all would have, because the Armika butt slap was put on the chopping block for a while. So I know. DOA is stuck in Japan, in the eastern side of the hemisphere? I'm gonna stick with hemisphere. The eastern side of the world. Because Team Ninja and Tecmo was just like, fuck this noise. We're not going over there to the west because you guys just cry about everything. You're oversensitive about everything. Everything. EVREY. Everything. No, that's not how you spell every, people. If you're watching this video and you think that's how you spell everything, you need to pass me the drugs you're on, because we need to talk. Now, I've also put disclaimers saying that I have language. I know I have language. I'm aware I have language. I even put the sexual content up just because I know that posture about the ass. And as much as you may say, it's not about the ass, it is about the ass. Once it's about the pose, it's about the ass. Because if you have to turn it around just to throw a fit about something, then there's a problem. That's all I'm going to say on that. You guys are throwing a fit about standing there doing a Cammy White victory pose. It's a Cammy White victory pose, and y'all couldn't handle that. You just couldn't. In fact, even the little marks of her little brown belts on her little yellow jumpsuit told you about where Cammy's leotard would be. It's that pose. It's literally that pose. Add weapons, of course. And the whole, I'm gonna lift my leg. Yeah. Let's bring that back up here. Let's bring up that little pinup thing. There we go. Pinup. There we go. All right. Yeah, she's not holding a gun. And they made sure the pose was exact on that one. Just so there's no misconception. Just so you know it's a pinup. But you know what? I've already gone over the post. I've already said, at any time, I just read it, pretty much, out loud, for you to know. This post says to the player base, oh, we've got all these cool diverse characters, but at any moment we are willing to reduce them to sex symbols to help boost our investment game. Well, at least pinups aren't in any way, shape, or form sex symbols. At least they're not. I mean, Blizzard literally took this criticism and looked to troll everyone who had a problem with it, and succeeded. Trolled hard. Trolled great. It made me laugh. It's like a trundle level of troll. What's that? You're going to base? No, have a pillar. What's that? You're trying to run around here? No, have a pillar. Blizzard literally just went ahead and had a fun time trolling, and everyone ate it up. Everyone ate it up. Hell, I'm here doing a video defending a debate side about people eating it up. You fucking organics. What, a guy from Mortuary can't have a darkened laugh? Shut up. Shut up.